bags where horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. So this evening I decided to take a look at a movie called Cardiac Arrest. So it's one of the podcasts I listen to. We have 22 shots of moods and horror, and they do different lists. And one of the lists they're doing now, that they're compiling, is a top 10 of the year of my birth, 1980. So I'm like, it's quite fun to kind of do my own list. So watch as many movies as I can to kind of get a well-rounded top 10 and kind of, see what I come up with and like line it up to the different hosts that they have on there. So, chatting with a little bit with one of the hosts, Mr. Parker, I think this movie might not be counted as 1980. I think in the US it had a small release in 1979, but being in Europe, counting for me, it's coming up as 1980. And Letterboxd is 1980. But anyway, we have this movie by by the brilliantly named Maury Mintz. I don't know if that's some pseudonym or something, but great name, because you have Maury Mintz, the candy, the sweets. So it's not someone I know too much about. He hasn't done too much in the world of film. Like, I think he's directed a couple of movies. This is one of two. He's acted in tiny bits and composed or there's some music and something, I'm not sure. But yeah, we have Cardiac Arrest, and it's very much a TV movie feel. I don't know if it is a TV movie. I found it on Tubi. Yeah, it's not one. It's difficult to know whether you've like heard of something or not, especially with something that's like quite a generic name like Cardiac Arrest. It's like, did I hear about this movie over the years? I can't even remember, but yeah, it's one that kind of reminds me of like not like a low grade Kolchak movie, but kind of had that kind of feeling about it. It's like you're following not a reporter, you're following a detective and his partner. This detective, they're quite, has this kind of TV tone to it, very much. It's like less about the horror and the graphicness, but more about the kind of the characters themselves. So that builds up throughout the movie, and then it's like the more the movie goes on, the more the story seeps into it. It's very much like not a character study, but it really focuses on the people, and so you get that endearing quality to it. You like the characters that you're watching. It's like a nicely way to kind of a nice way to put all these bits together. Sorry, I think a bit of allergies or something at the moment. So I'm suddenly sniffing a lot. I wasn't 2 minutes ago, but so no, I'm joking. Sorry. Yeah, so we're following this detective and his partner. You have this very strange case where there's been this murder, and the heart has been very precisely taken out. I feel like this is strange, but there's another one there, and then another one, and they're like, okay, this is kind of some kind of weird serial killer. I probably will spoil this to a certain extent. I will do. I'll spoil this to a certain extent. It's like, it's been out a very, very long time now. 42 years, 43 years, something like that. So I think it's spoiler territory, we can say that. So yeah, they're trying to track this person down, and it's like it's really interesting. It's like there's the whole learning about the detective as you go along, about his personality, about how he kind of deals with cases. And then, like I said, you drip fed more and more bits of information. You start to find some more characters throughout the movie. They'll come in and start to link and build the story more and more. And basically he's working, and he kind of tracks it to this kind of this hospital, and he kind of figures out there's like it's basically a black market for human organs, human hearts. And we have this story that's going parallel to it about a woman who needs a new heart. She's been contacted by this kind of mysterious person saying it's all not as it seems. It's not what the doctors are saying. You don't need these special matches. Give me some money and I can bump you up the queue. So it's kind of one of those things, like it's trying to extort money out of this person to try and people are desperate in that situation. She needs a heart transplant to carry on living. And so he kind of, our detective is tracking what's going on. He's following this surgeon about all the information that's going. And there's this one where there's this guy who's OD'd and overdosed and died at a house. Then when he gets to the hospital, like when he's watching the operation, it's a woman. So you're trying to figure out what's happened there. And it's, like how it is. So yeah, this is very, very much spoiler. So it's the kind of, not the orderlies, the ambulance service that goes to pick up the body. They're switching bodies. So yeah, they have like this gurney that is kind of, they attack people. They kind of mug them. But what it is, it's like there's been muggings that's been going on. That all of the victims, they were mugged previously. And what's happened is that they found this like small puncture room. They've had their blood sample taken to test that they're a match for people. That's kind of how they're chosen to be like killed. So yeah, there's the thing where that they swap the bodies around. So like this OD patient disappeared, and you have this woman suddenly appear, and so they take the heart out. Very precision, very as it should be, because it's a heart transplant. And then the body, the orderlies, these ambulance like drivers, take it back to the house, that sort of thing. And that's when obviously the police are called. They find this body, and it's a dead body. And he figures this out because obviously he saw this thing. And then he goes to this house, there's been another murder, sees the body, and is like, I've just seen that person operated on. They're still trying to figure it out. And yeah, in the end, they figure it out. It's these like ambulance drivers, these orderlies. One's a young Fred Ward, actually. So it's an entertaining movie. It's very much a TV movie. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a TV movie because of like how it is set up. So you don't really get much heavy on the horror side, and there's not really any gore or anything like that. But what you lose there, you make up with kind of like, not character study, but you get the kind of the background of the character. Certain things they can't focus on with TV movies, so they focus elsewhere. So you get, like I said, this really nice rounded story of all these different characters interacting with this detective, and how the story builds. It's like this really nice way to do it, and it's satisfying movie in the end. It's like it's a good watch. Like I said, I saw it on Tubi. I don't think I've ever seen definitely not seen a blue release. Maybe there's an old DVD like floating around or something, but I recommend giving it a watch. Anyway, I'm gonna go and blow my nose and get some sleep. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.